Hello everybody, and welcome to KimmelsIrishPub.com. I'm joined again tonight by my beautiful co-host, Bo Kimmel. You might have recognized her from some of the movie reviews that we've done. It was the only way that I could get some recording time in, is to include my little daughter here. So, what I want to talk to you tonight about is fantasy football and a tool that I use, which is FantasyPros.com. I've used them in the past for a couple of years now. You can go to their site. They give a lot of different news, which is great, but more importantly, they allow you to customize their site towards your league or your fantasy team. Now, they only let one team at a time in their playbook, is the tool that it's called. You can import your team into their playbook, and it'll help you with start, sit advice, some trade advice, who's out on the waiver wire, all those types of things for one team. Then if you want to move up to multiple teams, like myself, I have 3 different leagues, you have to start paying a subscription for that. And it's well worth it. Not only do they give you in-season advice, and that's how I got started, was with the playbook, but they also give you draft advice. So last year I found their draft wizard, and which is amazing because it allows you to, again, import your team, or 3 of your teams, or many teams, up to 10 teams. And there might be even an unlimited option. For me, I have 3 teams, so I use the 10-team option. And you can import all 3 of your teams and the drafts and any keepers that you have. And once you do that, you can then do mock drafts. So right now, my drafts are around Labor Day. So I have imported all 3 teams, their keepers, and a draft order. So at any point, like right now, I can go to that site and I can click mock draft. And it'll start mock drafting my actual fantasy league's draft. So it'll pick the players from my other teams, and then it'll allow me to see who's available, who they think will be available at my pick. And then I can make that pick, and then the draft will continue until it's my pick again. So it really gives you good insight on who you think will be available and hone your draft strategies. Maybe you want to go running back. You're thinking with your first pick, and after you see who's going to be available, that might not be the best thing. So it'll create options, and you could do it multiple times, and you can save it. And then once you're done with that draft, it'll analyze it for you. It'll tell you who your reaches were, who you stole, who your steals were. It'll determine who had the best draft in the league, who has the best roster at the end of the draft. It's very informative, and it's a great tool that you can use to practice before the draft so that you can determine what strategy you want to use and create fallback plans. If the guy you want is not going to be there, who would you pick? And if you pick that person, what happens the rest of the draft? Now, it's obviously can't actually predict what your other owners are going to use or who they're going to pick, because obviously we have some owners in our leagues who make outlandish picks, people that even that site couldn't predict that they would take, and it's going to throw off your draft. But it's still a very good tool to utilize, and to be honest with you, last year I'm in 3 leagues. I started using the draft wizard, and I won 2 out of the 3 leagues. Now, in the same regard, in the other league I have the #1 pick, so I was the worst team in the league. But Meatloaf once said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So check out FantasyPros.com. I think it's very beneficial to all fantasy owners, and if you have any questions, comment below. If you like this and you thought it was helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Alright, thank you very much for watching tonight, and thank you, Bo. You were a great host. Do you have anything you'd like to say to the camera? Nothing tonight, so...
I know.
Oh, yes.
I'm making sandwiches.
She's making sandwiches. Coaster sandwiches at KimmelsIrishPub.com. Try one. Thank you. Have a good night.